Hello everybody and welcome to the Natural One, where we're going to roll some dice, kill some creatures, and tell some stories, and look at all our players head bobbing to soft music that you guys can't see right now, but that's okay. So, finally getting back into our regular groove. We will unfortunately not be joined by Mark tonight. I will be playing land. However, Mikey is back with us, and he will be returning his role as Kazuya, so I will not have to make snarky comments to our players in the same voice as I did last week. Very, very small difference, but a very important one. So, last time, you guys were kind of taking a reprieve in Dragomoras, where you had kind of taken a break from your life on the river, as it had been. You're traveling up into the land of Lafel to acquire and return a group of horses that have been paid for by the king of Terratun. You were contracted by a man named Marcus to essentially ride them down for an exchange of quite a bit of gold. At this point, you guys are a little over halfway there. You've been taking your boat up quite a ways, the Mermaid's Hand. And while you were in Dragomoras, you guys happened upon a case where a couple Goliaths had been extorting the local shops for money. Upon meeting said Goliaths, you noticed they were not the most intelligent or evil of individuals, and thusly decided they must be being used by somebody. And so looking into it, you found an orc that was essentially controlling their business and their work. And after a brief exchange, it turned violent, which you guys managed to come out on top. You returned the stolen gold to the shop owners and were paid for your efforts by the man who put the job on the notice board. And you found the Goliaths a more legitimate form of work, and I believe that is more or less where we left off. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and roll the Natural One.
It's your time to fly, or your time to die. Let's have some fun on the Natural One. You can roll the dice if you pay the price. No, we're not done. It's the Natural One. It's the Natural One. It's the Natural One. You got dragons and flagons and horses with wagons. There's a ton of powerful shit that your crew's dragging. You're a titan of fighting in the day or night. It's an amazing story that you all are writing. It's your time to fly, or your time to die. Let's have some fun on the Natural One. You can roll the dice if you pay the price. No, we're not done. It's the Natural One. It's the Natural One.
Welcome back to the Natural One.
You didn't give a countdown.
I came in too late. I messed that part. It's we've been doing this long enough. It's about time I messed one up.
That's actually what she said. She came in too late.
Hey.
I'll save it for next week. I had one prepared. I'll
We have
save
the
it
break.
next week.
We have a break.
That's
Steph.
true. That's true.
We do have a break. Anyway, professionals, everybody. We know exactly what we're doing ever.
We do.
Yes.
Allegedly.
This is totally our job, sir.
Yeah, we're paid any money for this. So, currently you guys are still in town of Dragomoras, which is, at this point, I believe it's a little over midday, so probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so. And the town is still very lively, still a lot of people moving about, shopping, doing all their business and things. You do find that a lot of people are more excited kind of at this point, so this is when some of the people that go out earlier are starting to return home, getting the opportunity to revisit their families, pick up shopping. So a lot of foot traffic in and out. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to check on the Goliaths that were sent to Sophie.
Okay. Ronan, Kazuya?
I'm gonna go to lunch.
Can you go to lunch?
All right, I'm gonna go to lunch.
That's fair.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Just try to find a nice place.
Where are we right now?
You guys are still within the town of Dragamore. I'll pull up a map here in a second. I can find my fucking tab, so I don't lose that.
You said investigation?
Yeah, just to see what places you can find that'll have food you find appealing. There you go, Mikey. There's your map.
+2.
So you guys,
14.
you guys met Brahm, who was the man that contracted you up in the stacks in this area here. And the Goliaths are now working down here near the Litway. You said 14?
Yeah, 14.
So you spent some time kind of taking a look around. You kind of understand how the districts are laid out at least a little bit. Certainly not as well as a local might, but you do have a better grasp of, okay, this is where the nicer establishments are, and this is where is a bigger tourist attraction. And you find a few different places. You find places that boast a whole different array of sushis and fishes and different seafood mixtures. There are a couple places that have different mutton mixes and things like that. So you find a few places that look like they could serve you a pretty decent lunch.
I will go to the sushi joint.
You're gonna go to sushi joint. Kazuya, what are you doing?
Ramen.
I fucking hate you.
You may certainly try to find a ramen stand.
Are you telling me there's not an Ichiraku ramen?
I'm telling you, you may
Yes,
certainly
city.
look for one.
Or at least a branch?
You may certainly look for one.
No.
I will repeat that phrase as many times as I have to.
I would like to find some sort of store that sells tools. Like maybe a jeweler.
Okay, you want to look for? Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. I will say add an additional 2 to the results since you've kind of been through the city a few times and looked at shops before.
16.
Total 16.
16.
It takes you a moment or two to kind of look around because initially you're more used to traveling through the stacks and the slightly shadier parts of town, partially just because that's where you've been before, but also partially just due to your own nature of staying out of more crowded areas and more public light. You kind of naturally gravitated towards the darker and lesser traveled paths, if we'll call it that. Upon realizing kind of what you're looking for is probably much closer to a legitimate business than things you normally delve in, you sort of double back. And it takes you a second too, but eventually you do find a street vendor who is peddling multiple different diamonds and rubies and a few sapphires, gems of this nature. They're not especially large, but they do seem relatively serviceable.
Excuse me, sir. Do you cut your own jewelry? Or do you just sell?
As you come up to him, he's actually a white dragonborn who has actually a log scar running from the side of his mouth to where his ear is. It actually creates almost a very weird smirk effect along the side of his face. But kind of straightens up, and you see his clothing is, it's not especially fine, but it is cut cleaner and a little bit more, has a little bit more finesse than peasants' clothes or field workers might wear, for example. And he straightens up and looks at you. I no longer cut my own jewelry. Many years ago, I worked in the gem deposits.
I see. Would you know anywhere in the city I might find some tools for intricate work, locks and such?
You wish to work with jewelry and stone cutting yourself?
I wish to have the tools that I need.
Well, if you're looking to work with jewelry, there are a few places I know that could sell you the tools to do this. Are you already experienced with such things, or would you need training as well?
No. It won't be jewelry I'm working with. But I will need small tools.
Well, it's a little bit of a specific request, but I do have a friend who may be able to help you in such matters. If you head up near where Falling with Style is, there is a female dragonborn who goes by the name of Jula.
Jula.
She will be able to assist you in this.
Appreciate it.
Tell her you were sent by Frost Breath, and she will get you what you need.
Well,
Zeke, as you make your way to Sophie's inn of choice, a raven appears a little ways above you and starts flapping its way down towards you. And it drops a note basically into your hands as you're walking. I believe I whispered you the message.
Yeah.
So
I read it.
that's a reply from Kashi.
Okay.
So you did.
I'll just read it and pocket it.
Okay. As you continue your walk up to Sophie's bar, and you kind of peek in, you see Og and Grog are putting on something of a performance, where there are several heavy chairs and tables that they're just chucking back and forth to one another as people are cheering and enjoying the show of them and their display of strength. And you can tell that people are more eager to have a group of Goliaths that are willing to work with them and help them enjoy things as opposed to shaking them down for coin and money.
Right.
And while it's been a very quick adjustment and a very heavy change out of nowhere, it's definitely something that has lightened the entire tone of the place, and people are kind of clapping along to it and cheering and enjoying the moment as Sophie is strumming along to the show.
I'll just stand by the door, enjoy the performance for a little bit, and then head back out because I just wanted to check up on them, make sure they were doing good.
Okay. They
Sounds
appear to
like
be
they're
doing very well.
Yeah, seems like they're doing more than good. So, is Steve a part of the performance?
Steve is there with them. He's not actually taking part in the performance itself.
Is he just like a bystander? Or...
Yes.
Actually, I'd go over to Steve then, and kind of just, I guess, sit next to him or wherever he is. Just kind of slide up next to him and just say, would you happen to have any reading material on maybe how to learn sign language that I could study while I'm out, that I could return to you?
Nope, not that one. I've been banned from the Percy die, by the way, Mikey.
Oh yeah?
I've been told I can't use it anymore.
Why not?
That's cocked.
What'd you call me?
Because I rolled it poorly like 4 times. Okay. Steve spends a little moment kind of rummaging around in a sack, and you see there's not a lot in the terms of reading material in his bag. He has 2 books, and eventually pulls them out and kind of looks between them for a moment. Hands you a book. It's a roughly pocket-sized book, and you can see the text inside is fairly large, but it's mostly full of illusions and gestures to give you the general sense of how the hands are moved. It doesn't look too dissimilar from magic books in the way that wizards learn a lot of their semantic components.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it up and say, would you mind if I borrowed this for a time? I'll even compensate you on it. Anything that can help me start to learn it by the time I see you again.
Steve seems to kind of finally pulls out a small scrap of paper, and in very, very practiced movements, writes very sloppily on a piece of paper, 1 or 2 months.
To be honest, I'm not really sure how long I'll be gone, or when I'll be able to get it back to you. I guess I could always send it in a package to you.
Steve seems to kind of consider this, and then kneels forward. Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Alright.
And I'll say add 3 to the result given the circumstance you're in.
You said add 3?
Yes.
Okay, 23.
Uh,
I rolled a 19.
You sit there and you kind of consider what he's doing for a moment. You're not really particularly familiar with Goliath culture, but after a moment you realize, and it's something you've vaguely seen Og and Grog do at least once, a form of a promise amongst Goliaths is a headbutt. So this is essentially what Steve is offering you in this moment.
I'll give it my best shot.
Go ahead and just make an attack roll
Okay.
with advantage because he is allowing this.
Let's keep headbutting Goliaths, yes.
The real question is, what did you promise Nuck Nuck?
We'll find out when we cross that bridge, won't we?
Wow, I rolled double 5s.
So as you bump into him, it doesn't really nudge Steve or even moment, but Steve seems to have almost felt it and reacted to it as if he knows it's supposed to be a butt of force. Seems to accept the gesture and then hands you the pocket square sized book.
I'm gonna slip him 3 gold and say, I appreciate your generosity. I don't see a lot of it lately. I'll be seeing you again, my friend. And then I'm gonna pocket the book and head on my way and go back to my friends.
All right. Ronan, you enter and find just a band of exquisitely prepared sushi. And as you kind of are just in shock, you look around and you're kind of trying to make sense of what it is you've just entered into. And you see behind the bar is a humanoid figure with purple scaled skin and fins on their forearms, and jutting out, instead of humanoid ears, it's fins on the side of their head as well. And you see that they have 2 extra arms coming out of below where the first set are. And they are just furiously chopping up and folding and moving sushi all around at a pace that would impress almost anybody. And just, just comical level of speed and assembly line preparedness are just going into this food. And despite the rather large crowd inside, he is keeping up with orders fairly well.
Hello there, my friend.
One of the tentacles, just the other 3 furiously.
Do you happen to have a recommendation?
He looks up, and for a split second looks you up and down. And he goes, Elven starting rolls. Very good start for us.
And what would be in that?
He kind of quickly points out to you a few different of the ingredients he has prepared out. Somebody that's not a particular connoisseur of sushi, I don't know what they are. But he points out the ingredients are all very clearly freshly prepared and very locally cured. They don't appear to have been transported over great distance, shall we say. They do appear very fresh and very clean. It doesn't look like it would be sushi from the Gas and Go, if you want to put it that way.
Oh, okay, that's
good to know.
reassuring. Because we don't eat sushi from the Gas and Go. Okay. Then I will have the one with the tilapia. 2 rolls, please.
He nods and kind of quickly begins folding. 1 silver, 3 bronze pieces.
I give him two silver.
He, just almost more quickly than you have ability to realize what's going on, he grabs the 2 silver, and then almost from over his shoulder come flying 7 bronze pieces into your open hand.
I catch the bronze pieces and put them back and say, well, keep them, my friend.
One of the tentacles, pops up and does a nod to you, which throws you off for a second. You're like, okay, and then swipes the bronze into a small pouch, and then he just begins furiously, takes a few orders behind you, and within the next minute, you have 2 beautifully prepared sets of Elven starter rolls before you.
I appreciate this, my friend. And I will take the rolls and
The pleasure is all mine. Please come again.
will do. And I will walk outside and eat my sushi rolls.
As you do, there are people around you enjoying and chatting back and forth, and just some of them kind of wistfully, I wish we could come here more often. This place is amazing. Just they're chatting back and forth. It seems to be a really good atmosphere and just a feeling of enjoyment and almost camaraderie, if you will, in just a simpler life.
If you want sushi on the go, a hand roll is going to be perfect for what you want. hand rolls are really like they're almost like sushi ice cream cones.
Keep that in mind.
All right. But are you heading back to Falling with Style, or where are you?
I'm gonna go back to Falling with Style while I eat my sushi. Just kind of slow roll the city.
Kazuya,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I am looking for what I wrote her name down was Jula.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm gonna look for Jula.
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Could you call her Majula?
No. Don't you Percy die this.
13.
You spent a little bit of time trying to look for a Dragonborn and don't see one off just on the street anywhere.
Bubbles, I swear to God.
But after asking around a couple times, eventually you get pointed in the right direction. And as you head down an alley and up a set of stairs, this is still a fairly decent part of town. It's not nearly as run down as the shacks are. But this place you're being led to is just a little bit out of the way, a little bit off the beaten path, if you will. And so you pass through the streets and you head up a set of stairs up into a loft. And it's actually kept fairly nice. There are several different pouches on the wall. And you can't really make out what the organization of the room is, but there definitely is a system here where the owner knows how to get what it is that they want specifically. You see that there are different storage cabinets and filing cabinets. You see scroll containers. You see different bags of different tools and things like that. You see a couple swords along the wall, nothing particularly exquisite or very, very well made, but ornate nonetheless. And as you kind of start peering around, all of a sudden you hear, "Well, hello there, my new friend." And from behind you comes a black dragonborn with green, almost slit cat eyes peering at you from the darkness. Please, what can Jula help you with this morning?
What's his name? Frostbreath? Is that right? That was his name?
You're close.
What was it?
Frostbite.
Frostbite. God, sorry. I was sent by a friend of yours, Frostbite.
You see her smile, and it's actually very disconcerting to see a dragonborn smile. It looks almost more like a baring of teeth on their reptilian-like features. But nevertheless, having met a couple dragonborn, you understand what the gesture is, and her eyes widen slightly. Ah, a friend of his. Well, please, what is it you are here for?
You said you may be able to help me acquire some tools I'm looking for.
This Jula has done before and can do again.
They're not exactly jeweler's tools that I need. It's more of, my friends like to lock themselves out of their houses. And, they usually call me for it, so I'd like to be able to help them with that. Do you have any lock-picking kits lying around?
You see,
Would that be a deception check?
I was waiting for it to.
yeah, you know, go ahead and make a deception check, actually, because that was an inside check, so.
Yeah. What is it? 17.
17?
Pretty damn good.
She looks at you and kind of a knowing wink. Well, being locked up to your house is a terrible crime. After all, this is something we cannot allow. Where would they sleep?
Exactly.
She begins rummaging through a couple of the bags. And tell me, are you knowledgeable in keeping your friends inside their houses?
I am very knowledgeable.
Perfect, perfect. Then I believe these would be what you're looking for. And she brings out a piece of leather that's been folded over and tied together with a leather strap. And it seems to be a fairly decent set of lockpicks.
These are wonderfully made. And how much will these run me?
Let's sit like this. For a friend of Frostbites, I could say... Game of Thrones interfered my brain for a second there. For a friend of Frostbites, I could say 35 gold pieces.
You just got paid too, don't forget.
Well worth it, I'd say.
Also keep in mind, what you guys were paid
I
from
just
Brahm
got
is
paid?
unmarked gold, which is a
Yeah,
little bit different than
232
gold that is
unmarked gold.
seared with an
Did anyone
insignia.
add that to my...
Well, I couldn't.
Okay.
So,
Did
I believe I
anyone
did.
add that to me?
I believe I did.
Did you? Okay, I have 300.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
it's been added. Because you guys did not have gold when you were starting out.
Oh, that's right. I gave gold to Steve Groganock. That's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, please keep in mind just the difference between what kinds of gold you have.
You also found
Okay.
gold in the house too.
You did, but that was given to Ogden, Grog, and
Yeah.
Steve to go
Oh.
return.
Yeah,
Well, most of it was.
See.
most of it.
Okay.
Glenn may have kept some of it.
Do I know, will she take unmarked gold?
You are certainly free to ask.
I will present said gold.
She takes it, and out of instinct, you can tell she kind of expects to see the insignia of Gallet, which in this case is actually a silver lamp. But after looking at it from him, she goes, "Oh, I see. Well, if it's unmarked gold, I would say 29 pieces."
Done.
She quickly counts and then slides the gold away and hands you the lockpick set.
Awesome.
The unmarked gold is a little more valuable because it's able to be used freely pretty much anywhere.
I appreciate your discretion in the matter of my poor friends and their houses.
We do not use our friends.
Nope. Well, have a good nice day.
You as well, my friend.
Bow and I will go.
Zeke,
Close doors.
you find your way back to Falling with Style, where you guys do still have a room on hold. I believe you paid a few silver to have it reserved for you.
Alright guys, I'm ready to break into places. Let's do it.
So as you head back to Falling with Style, you find Ronan sitting at a table with a couple plates of sushi in front of him, which he appears to be enjoying greatly. And Kazuya, having only recently returned, kind of a little bit deeper in thought than not than he normally is, but a little bit deeper in thought than he has been previously. And quickly, kind of sitting at a table more or less where you left him, deeply immersed in his book, is Lan.
I'm gonna walk to the tavern, slap Ronan on the back, sit next to him, and go, "What'd you find there, my friend? Let's get something good."
It looks to be something called sushi. I'm quite enjoying the different flavors used with the tilapia.
We're on an island and he found raw fish.
However you look
Fair.
at it, it is delightful.
Would you mind if I snagged a piece?
Help yourself. There's more than enough. I've already offered to Kazuya, but
I don't eat ramen.
Only.
I only drink the blood of my enemies.
And occasionally a strawberry yoo-hoo.
A pina colada, straight from the cave.
I'll go ahead and pop a piece of sushi in my mouth.
You do. It is very, very well prepared, and you can tell actually there's been a lot of care and effort that goes into this, and clearly a lot of experience. And it is delicious.
I'm quite familiar with the taste of fish. This is well made and delicious. Good find.
thank you. I appreciate it.
What you thinking about over there, Mr. Brood?
Oh, nothing. Where's our next destination? We should be.
This
heading out
afternoon,
on?
my sword should be complete, and then we can head on our way, or go in the morning, or whichever one you prefer.
Did you ever hear back from Kashi about what he wanted us to do with the boat?
Fortunately, yes. Once we get to where we're going, we can just sell the boat and give him the profit, and he'll give us 5% of what we made for it.
That seems like a good idea.
I'd say that's fair. We can just ride back with the horses.
That sounds like a
Fine by
plan. So we wait the day out until your sword is completed.
Correct?
Once that happens, I believe it may be best if we head out.
Go ahead and leave that night. We can always
Yes,
do it in shifts like we usually do.
the clock is ticking.
That's our plan then.
We may be able to get a bonus if we return the horses early.
I'd say that's a good idea.
And that's what we'll do.
All in favor of leaving once I get my sword tonight?
I am in favor.
I'm ready to go.
Fair.
Lan, you are outnumbered. We'll
Lan?
be leaving tonight.
Are you alright with leaving
Yeah, I mean, once you guys are ready, I think that was the plan, was to leave once we were good to go.
Fair. And once my sword is complete, we can head out.
That is what we shall do.
And I'm gonna take out that little book and start learning.
All right.
I'm going to keep eating the sushi.
And I guess we're just gonna wait out the night until my sword's complete.
All right. So over the next couple hours, probably next 3 or 4 hours. You guys kind of sit around, you just kind of talk about your journey and kind of what's been happening and what your next plans are to move forward. And it's been nice. It's been nice to have some time to yourselves and time to kind of make things be easy for a while. But you guys are kind of ready to resume your travel and get back on the road once more. Especially to continue this quest to complete it before the soft time limit you've been set runs out, which is at the end of the following month. Currently, I believe it is the 13th or is it the 14th? Currently it is the 13th. I apologize, 14th. Wrong thing. Currently it is the 14th of Arnott. Which I'm going to go ahead and double check how many days we have in that month. No, I didn't want to do that.
Ouch, man.
Come on now. Alright, so it's going to be
Don't do
13th.
that. Don't do that.
So there are 22 days in Arnott,
Okay.
which end on, actually, we'll see if you guys know that. Everyone go ahead and make a history check for me real quick.
Just wasting such a good roll.
Who do I want to make a history check with? Ooh, I don't know anything about history.
What'd you roll?
Don't know nothing about history.
I rolled a 2.
17.
17?
There it is.
Continue using the
Look at the
roll!
bard being the smarts of the party.
What did Lan roll?
Lan also got a 17.
Damn.
Condescending
Support,
motherfuckers.
guys. Support.
Remember, Cal.
Anyway, the end of Arnott, the 22nd,
That's right.
ends
Don't
in what
reach
is known as the Night of Celebration, which you guys would be, in particular Lan and Zeke, you guys would remember is actually a day of celebration in the Wild Woods. It's almost an expression of the arts, in which every elf is welcome to attend and celebrate all that is life, magic, and freedom. And there are many forms of artistic expression that get used during the celebration. And it's actually quite common that the magic of the woods can even infect the inhabitants, temporarily polymorphing them into a beast while they perform their arts. And so it's a very, very vibrant expression of existence and magic and cohabitation in the wild woods. Pretty cool. Being a place that surges in wild magic. So, it's a very big day for a lot of the elves of the wild wood. Not something that you guys have necessarily taken part in personally, but just something that you know as a day of celebration for them. But yeah, that would be the 14th. So that would be 12 days, or no, I'm sorry, 8 days away. Wrong way. And then you guys were asked to return before the 22nd of Pella, which is the following month.
Gotcha.
So you still have a little ways. But anyway, as night begins to fall, and you guys head out to go see that Zeke's blade has been made and is ready for you. You guys get roughly halfway to where you know the shop of Elven Make to be. As you do, you guys are approached by, sorry, quick sidebar for just 1 second.
Sidebar.
Andy beyond everybody.
Brass instruments.
They say they want a sidebar.
So, yeah. So you guys are approached by 3 guards. And they don't seem to be approaching you directly. They're kind of, you see them appealing to different villagers, and they appear to have some sort of scroll or picture that they're showing to multiple people. And first, some of them just seem confused, don't really seem to know what's going on or what's being referenced. But eventually, you guys see a lady that was in the bar with you turn and point at Zeke. The 3 guards turn and head for you guys. And you can see they have some pretty stern faces. They are definitely, they've seen some form of battle. There is kind of a grimness to them almost.
Great, I'm gonna stand in front of Zeke.
They come up to you.
Hands are just chill behind my back.
What can we do for you, gentlemen?
The guard in the middle, who's the only male amongst them, looks. Siegfried Quoth, we need you to come with us. You're being arrested on account of 13 murders. We need to question you.
I stand up for my sushi. I beg your pardon. When were these 13 murders committed? Do you have proof? Who filed these claims?
That's our business and only need to be known by ourselves and our leaders. If your friend is innocent, he will not be harmed. But we need to speak to him alone.
Well, who are your leaders?
The Lord of the land.
Insight check.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
I'm on that.
You may both go ahead and make one, or you may make one with advantage.
Might make it with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh no, it's
Where's my insight? Oh God. Why can't I math right now?
Oh, you're right.
You mean that 14-year-old lord?
Okay. Hold on.
one second.
Of course.
So what was the first one? Plus that.
All right. What did everybody get?
25.
25.
I gave it to him with advantage, so.
Okay.
I didn't know if we were doing everyone rolls.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and you make one. Lane will make one too.
Okay.
I'm using it.
Don't you dare.
I'm using it.
Don't you dare.
It's happening.
Fail it.
Fucking damn it! What the fuck?
He looked at
I'm not gonna use it anymore. I'm done.
not to.
I'm done. I'm
it
done.
knows you know allegiance.
I'm done.
Alright, well I rolled a 7 anyway, so.
All right. Well, Lane rolled a 2, so plus whatever his
You
insight
were,
is.
you were fully warned.
Once
Oh, I was.
He told you not to
I
do
thought
that.
maybe it forgave me. It hasn't forgiven me for anything. Well, you got a 7. Lane got a 6.
and my man's right here got a 25.
He did, and I will whisper to you in a second here, Mikey. Fucking damn it, Percy died.
There's actually a story behind that, D'Lo. From Destiny 1, our clan name was the Pack of Jews. And we
Mike, we are live, dog. You can't say that.
They're not listening.
I have
It
ears.
was a joke, guys. It was a joke. It was just a joke. No, you remember the emote where you do the little thing? Yeah. Every time we win a game, we would all just stand around it.
That's awesome. That's horrible, but that's awesome.
It is horrible, but it was really funny.
We're terrible people.
Yes, we're awful people.
Too much.
We're degenerates.
You ain't down with that. I got 2 words for you.
Yes.
Okay. Discord, Kazuya, please.
Can I reply in this? I can't.
Yeah. Should have the ability to anyway. Zeke, what are you doing?
So you're telling me that the 14-year-old lord of the land is wanting me for murder?
You've been accused of murders. It's not him directly, but we are authorized to bring you in if we have to, with force.
The guard behind him steps forward with the scroll, and he looks at it.
This might answer my
It
question.
looks like this guy is more of a commander-in-chief. He's just letting the other 2 guards do their job, and with almost like an imperious or kind of a Severus Snape type voice, he turns the scroll to you and says, "This is your face, is it not?"
That's actually not a bad statement.
That was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Pretty good Alan Rickman
You've got a
voice.
pretty a good talent for accents.
Yes, Paul.
Okay, well, does the picture look like me?
It looks exactly like you.
Well, my friends, that doesn't
Why?
look like me.
Why do you
So,
have to fucking speak in unison?
What'd you say?
I guess I should go prove my innocence.
No, there's something strange about this situation.
Something strange.
When were these murders committed?
Neighborhood.
We're not authorized to tell you.
And why not?
Because giving information away means that you can find alibis that may not be true. As we said, if your friend is innocent, he will not be harmed and he will be released with full apology.
Great, and you won't mind if we accompany him.
Yes, we will.
Too bad.
You see them kind of glance at one another.
Just out of curiosity, when did these murders happen?
We promise we will go over everything in proper detail with you in private.
And another thing.
Do I have your
Your
word that I...
friends may accompany you if you wish.
Well, I definitely wish that. Do I have your word?
Around.
Do I have your word that this will all be taken care of without violence?
You have our word that if
You
your
speak
friends
Celestial,
do not do anything stupid, this will not be violent.
That's
Sure,
fair.
you're a paladin, right?
I'll go ahead and turn around and
Great.
let them cuff me, I guess, if that's
They
what
clasp
they're on
manacles
for.
on your hands, on your wrists, yes.
I'm
You
gonna,
guys see Lan furiously writing in the book.
I'm gonna whisper in Celestial to Ronan
Okay.
that if they try anything, I'm going to kill them.
Their organs' blood shall taste our blades. And I whisper that back to Jesus.
You guys took a chance. You don't know what languages I know.
I took a chance. Sure as hell wasn't gonna say that in common.
Did they seem to react to them saying that in Celestial?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
What the fuck?
That is a total natural 20 then.
That's a natural
20.
There appears to be no reaction.
Okay.
It is a fairly uncommon language. So
It is. You guys see Zeke just furiously, intently focusing as they're putting cuffs on him. All right. So they begin to kind of push you forward, Zeke, ahead of them, as they turn and head into an area of the stacks.
I'm gonna walk with confidence because I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm like, just walking casually,
Just beat the
totally
case.
chill.
I beat the case. We ain't started yet.
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
as they're leading you, you would expect them to be walking more towards the Capitol building, but they're instead walking further from it. And they're sort of leading you into the slums of the stacks, like the more shady part of the town.
So if we're going for questioning, why are you taking me out somewhere not, I guess, more high class?
Somewhere where we won't be overheard.
That's seeming awfully shady to me.
What's the marching order right now?
I assume it's me, the guards, then you guys.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
So why exactly are we going somewhere where there's not a heavier guard presence?
Trying to think of the
When
right
you
way to
ask
respond to
that
this. Yeah.
question, you see the commander-in-chief sort of look at the group, and then he pans around. You can tell he's looking to see if anyone notices where you guys are. And when you say that, he shoves you into a retaining wall that's like behind one of the houses, like next to one of the overpasses where like a lot of the traffic for the wagons and stuff go. And he looks at the other guards, and he goes, "Now's as good a time as any." And he draws his long sword, and he's going to swing.
Oh, great. Astral armed. I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face.
I am not going to
okay.
blade.
Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, would you allow me, since he shoved me first, would you allow me to use my reaction to make him make a will save?
Oof. Not a great initiative, but not terrible.
Because if he just swung at me, I wouldn't. But since
It's gonna
he
be a
shoved
long
me
day,
first-
boys. It's gonna be a long day.
The way something's worded.
It's gonna be a long day.
Oh, actually, we haven't rested, have we?
Nope.
Nope. So I can't do that.
Nope. Yeah, you guys have not rested at this point.
Fuck it, I'll just...
You could have taken a short rest if you want to count that.
Oh, well, yeah, I get everything back in the
Because
short rest.
you did stop at the bar for a while.
Oh, we took a short rest?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any hit
Short rest
dice
doesn't really help
lost.
me out, but actually, do I get my bardic inspiration back on short rests?
I don't know. If you
Or is
click it, it should
long
tell you.
rests?
It should say.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I just didn't know if you guys knew offhand.
No, I don't.
Short rest is 1d10.
I know your spells are long rests. I don't know about
Not
bardic
unfortunately.
inspiration.
Just add it.
I
No,
would
it's
say
long- they're
since
long
he
rests.
was right next to you and already had his hands on you, leading you, this says it requires an attack roll, which he wouldn't have had to have made an attack roll. So no,
To swing his sword?
to shove you.
For the shove, no. Are
You
you,
asked if you could use it against his shove.
No. Because he shoved me, can I use it on the sword attack?
Oh yeah,
Because he
you-
For
shoved
his
me,
swing,
which
yeah.
got my attention. Then he drew his sword and swung at me. So I'm asking if I can use it on the sword swing.
yeah, you can do
yeah,
that.
you can
Okay,
use it
okay,
on the
cool.
sword swing. Yes.
No, because I definitely take the shove. Because that
I'm
would have
reading
surprised
double
me.
Okay.
But it's the sword. Because that's why. If he would have just swung at my back with the sword, I knew it'd be a surprise and I wouldn't be able to counter it. But because he shoved me first, that alerted me that I countered the sword swing.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
It's good.
Okay.
Because it's out. So
Alright.
go. Do we need a map or anything, or are we good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Deal, are we turning the TV on?
Oh, yeah. I had kind of a dumb moment there. I was like, but the TV's on.
There we have Ryan, and we have Land, and just
Unpainted mini over there of Zeke.
unpainted mini of Zeke.
Is that him?
Yes. Thank you. Which that's
And-
not him, but it's my
Yeah.
pseudo mini form.
I will still be using Igni for today, until I can remember to order Kazik. Did I show you guys Kazuya?
With my next paycheck, I think I'll be snacking a mini of Zeke.
Here, I'll show you what he looks like. He's been built for weeks. That is not what I said. Diddly 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 dee.
Also, that would be a 15 wisdom save.
Okay.
Just for whenever.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys are there. These are the two guards that are standing in front of you.
They put fucking demon and angel races on.
Which one's you this
Force.
week? Zeke?
Yeah, that's Zeke.
Yeah, that's me.
So you're here, and the other guard that just pushed you against the wall is right there.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty dope.
Deal.
Oh, badass.
All right.
I love the.
Oh, I didn't roll.
I
Did
know.
you roll?
Yes, I
Okay.
rolled for the.
I was just like, yeah, I gotta do
I
the
didn't roll for
backhanded grip.
Oh, okay. I'll roll.
+2.
All right, let's
All right,
fucking
Ryan.
guys.
24.
24. Very nice.
I
Kazuya.
should do math. 13. Sorry.
Zeke.
I'm so sorry I did not roll for it. Give
How
me
dare.
1 second. $23.
23. All right.
Rolled a 19.
Ronan, you're up first.
It's on me.
Yep.
You and your initiative.
You said there's
Fuck 'em up.
you said there's one there in front of us, right?
Yeah, the two are in front of you. The one's by Zeke.
So was his shove a surprise round?
It wasn't really a combat action in the same sense.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna strike this dude first. I'm gonna
He
take.
did not succeed on the will save, by the way.
Okay. So he either changes who he targets or loses the attack.
Yep.
Take a stat at the moon with him at the moon with the moon blade.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
16 plus 6, so
Yeah, that
20
hits.
Okay. And then that is 1.
You got a decent AC, not quite that high.
I keep picturing your sword like Diana's from League of Legends. Just a big ass fucking crescent blade.
That'd be pretty badass.
That is
I love that
11
weapon.
points of slashing damage.
So Ronan just in a flash, his blade comes out and he goes sweeping up, actually clangs into the guard's armor, and you just hear, you feel it hit, and surprisingly, it hits him more solidly than you were expecting.
And then yeah, fuck it. I am going to use my movement to split them and get right here.
Okay, you would take opportunity then.
Yep, I want it. Go for it.
Leave me with the minions. Weak sauce.
All right.
Our boy is in trouble. Take
Weak
the opportunity
sauce.
attacks.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
You go sprinting by them, they do not attack you.
Do you want me to redo it? Hold on, let me make sure I did that right. I'm running by them.
Just
Okay.
in combat, you just run back and then run back to that spot. And you're just like,
Okay.
Neither of them show interest in attacking you.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
That's
Okay.
actually
Zeke,
my turn.
your hands are still bound at this point.
What the fuck is going on?
Might have something.
I'm gonna look straight into the eyes of the guy swinging his sword at me and say, "You do not want to mess with us," and use dissonant whispers.
Okay, that's wisdom save.
That is a wisdom save of 15.
Fuck off, mate.
What the? I don't know what's going on with me these past couple days, man. I'm rolling shit.
So that's a fail wisdom save.
Yeah.
Okay. He has to use his reaction to run as far away from me as he can. Okay. And he takes 46.
All right. What is his movement speed? 30.
30.
Okay, so move him 30 feet.
Not him.
Nope. Yeah.
Do I get
which
an
way
item?
would you
He would go toward Dilo.
Do I get an opportunity
go
attack?
toward Dilo?
Yes. Yeah, if you'd like one.
I don't know, because it's not intentionally moving.
I mean,
Opportunity attacks are willfully moving away from a target.
Roll a d8.
that's a good point. Let's
Well, he kind of has to leave.
Yeah, he has to leave. I just don't know
It just
if you
depends
get an
on.
opportunity attack or not because it's not willfully leaving.
No, you don't.
I didn't think so.
No.
Also, I only have second level slots. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned I'm casting it at second level. It's the only spell slot I have left.
Gotcha.
On a successful save.
no. Just as a hostile creature you can see moves out of your reach. Must use your reaction. Make one melee attack against the provoking creature.
To move as far away as its speed allows from away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground. Yeah, you're right. I guess you do get.
Yeah. So you don't provoke an attack of opportunity when you teleport, or when something or someone makes you move without using your movement.
But it is using his movement because it's up to his
No,
movement.
without
using
moving
his
his
reaction.
If it makes you move without using your movement.
Oh, okay. So yep. So he would not get an opportunity attack. I thought so. I thought that's
No, he
how
would.
it worked.
If something makes you move without using your movement, you don't get one. So something like if you teleport away.
Oh, so because he used his own movement, you do get opportunity
Correct.
attacks.
Now, does it say he uses his reaction to do it? Because the reaction
Yes.
also counts. Okay, yeah. If he uses your reaction, then you do not get attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it says it consumes his reaction to move as far
Yeah,
away.
I'm going to
as
go ahead and
possible.
read this just so we know for future.
Okay.
You also don't provoke an opportunity attack when you teleport, or when someone or something makes you move or moves you, without using your movement, action, or reaction.
That's,
Oh no, it's without making you use your movement, action, or reaction. So
so it did.
it is. Yeah, so okay, you would.
Okay. So yeah, you would get an attack of opportunity then.
There it is.
Okay, yeah. So basically, if you're using your movement, you do provoke attacks of opportunity.
21 to hit.
Okay.
That'll hit.
21 hits. Yes.
Also, he takes 15 points of psychic damage with Dissonant Whispers.
Good to know.
And he takes 7 plus 6, 13 points of slashing damage. And I just run my sword across his the back of his leg to try to not kill him, but take him down.
All right.
So non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal.
So yeah, as he goes to swing the sword towards you, you whisper at him, and you see an immediate pain fly through his face, and then Merlin, you come up, and as he is forced to move away from you, Zeke, when you carve into the back of his calf, and blood is drawn and starts to begin seeping down the leg just a little bit.
All right. So which way is he going?
He would move this direction.
So towards me,
Yes,
like literally towards me. Yeah,
Okay.
this way.
towards Dilo as a player.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep. Okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to say, let's take care of this filth. And then, let's take care of this filth. Wrong accent. And then give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
That's 1d12. Or no,
A d6.
d6, because we're not there yet.
Which one did you hit?
He hit the
left
guard.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one closest to you.
that was his first attack.
Okay. Which was the one that swung it, or that raised his sword.
Yes.
Okay. Is that all you're doing?
Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my back against that wall where he shoved me.
Okay.
Can I use my... No. I was going to say, can I use my movement to try to get out of the shackles, but I didn't assume that was an action. That's
Yeah,
an
it would be an
action.
action to try to break
Yeah,
the shackle.
okay,
Yeah.
then nope, I'm just going to chill where I am.
You read that wrong. He doesn't get an opportunity attack.
Really? You sure?
You also don't provoke opportunity attacks when you teleport or when someone or something moves you without using
Using your movement, action, or reaction.
that.
Which
That's
it consumes your reaction.
And your
interesting.
movement.
Yeah. Well, to move up to your movement.
Oh.
But it makes you use your
That
reaction.
must be one spell that just specifically causes opportunity attacks.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because most spells don't have you move with anything.
That's why I
You
assumed
just
you did.
do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't take your movement or anything for most spells.
Yeah, 'cause it
okay,
says-
that's
we
weird.
may make a DM ruling in the future on that, but by the ruling of the book, that's what it is.
And it says, on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Yeah, so using its reaction, therefore provoking opportunity attack. It's weird, and we may make a DM ruling on that in the future, but
Well, it's, like he said, that's like the only spell I've ever seen that allows you to use opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
so.
That retracts my statement.
All right.
That's why we're all trying to figure it out together.
Anything else, Zeke?
No. That's all I got.
All right.
That's all I want to do, actually.
Okay. The guard that you saw, the commander-in-chief that raised his sword to swing at you, you'll see when you used your amulet on him and he lost the attack, he's just gonna look at you and he's gonna go, "Fucking hell, you weak quippers, just stop it, I'm trying to help." And he's gonna raise his sword again and he's gonna slash your manacles open.
So he would sprint back towards where Zeke is.
Okay, I'm just gonna be confused as fuck.
After he slashes the manacles, you'll see, unlike your disguised self or any of your shape-shifting features, his face and his facial structure, along with his armor and the clasps holding his cape, just starts to melt almost off of his face. And as this visage creeps down his torso and sort of seeps down his legs and goes to the ground, you'll see it reconform to the shadow behind him, and before you stands a male human, what looks to be a human, with very similar eyes to yours, in fact the exact same color as of right now, the same white hair, but he's wearing a like sickly purple robe and a hood that goes over his head.
How hurt does he look?
A little. Not all
He's
that
not
much.
bloody, but he's close.
It's a little ways away from being bloody. Because bloody
A
is
little
half.
bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna, I guess, rub my wrists and just be like, so why are you acting so threatening?
At which point the other two guards with him, you see them close their eyes and focus for a moment. And two twin girls take on the same visions as their appearances also creep down, almost like a shell cracking and breaking and form into their own shadows.
That's a bit spooky.
It's something you could learn too.
Zeke, do you know these people?
I do not.
You've got the knowledge to do it, you're just not looking in the right place, laddie.
How do we know we can trust you? You did just kind of try to kidnap me.
We didn't kill you. We didn't even strike at you.
Fair.
At which point the two girls look up and they actually speak in unison. You've seen the sort of things we're able to do. If we'd wanted to take the appearance of one of your friends and killed you, we could have.
Also fair.
We needed a more secluded place to talk.
So why guards trying to take me under for questioning? And what about these murders?
We was just looking for you. Little, suspicious walking around, asking people have they seen this face or not if they're not a guard.
Wouldn't that be giving me a bad rep around this town then?
We tried to do it a little more surreptitiously, but you're rather hard to track down.
You know what, that's fair.
That little pendant you got on, as he reaches into his own robe, he pulls out an amulet that looks exactly the same as yours. It's got a neat little enchantment on it that keeps us from doing that, you know. So we have to use more, menial ways of doing it. I suppose you have some questions.
Why exactly are you trying to track me down? What makes me so special?
Well, we wanted you to give us the chance to let you in. We run a little organization.
For what?
You see them kind of quickly look at one another.
I think we're looking for the same person. Make an insight check.
Looking forward, trying to escape from. It's a 14.
14.
You get the sense, you don't know why, but you get the sense he's talking about your mother.
That's what I figured. What exactly is your beef against her?
Same as yours. We're brothers. Well, half brothers.
Well, that's definitely something I didn't expect.
These are your half sisters.
You know who she is and what she does.
Well, I'm well aware.
Couldn't have assumed you were the only.
Oops. That's actually fair. I don't really know what she was up to before I want to say born. I'm not really sure with her. Could have been created.
We've also been curious about that.
As I stand there on guard, just kind of watching this play out.
Well, we didn't mean to spook you, lad.
Zeke, so we're not killing them. As I start to take my blade and resheath it.
As you do this, Ronan, you actually feel Lan kick you in the shins.
I was just asking a question.
Shut up.
So if what they're saying is true, they are my kin. Because, you guys don't know, but I am like them. And I'll actually go ahead and, for the first time, I want to make sure, is there anyone else around, or are we pretty
Go ahead and make a
secluded?
perception check.
Okay.
I'll say with advantage, given that they've also been looking around, making sure nobody else is here.
That is a 21.
21. You do not see anybody else in the area.
Okay,
The guards looked like they made sure no one was looking.
Gotcha. I want to go ahead and drop my guys, and you see me go from a dark-skinned, nautical tattoo-themed elf with like slicked back white hair to a more roughed up white hair, milky white eyes, pale, extremely pale, gaunt face. If you know what a changeling is, yeah, I become a changeling. Still tattooed, but not exactly nautical themed, just heavy tattoos across my chest and my right arm only. Oh. This is what I actually look like. Hope you guys aren't too freaked out when I'm a changeling. I just try not to show it too much because it's not exactly socially acceptable.
Do you get shorter?
Oh, roughly the same height.
Okay.
First question
Honestly,
out of the
honestly, that guy's that I was taking is based off my father.
Well, that answers a lot of questions and raises others.
Because I assume we have different fathers, which is why we're half siblings.
We do. Our mother's been around, but I'm sure you know that already.
Not surprised. Being the creature that she is. Alright, I'll definitely hear you out.
We own a little bit of a establishment. It's quite a ways away. It's in Bard's testimony. Way over in Solace. We've been tracking you for a while.
So it seems. It's quite a ways away.
Of course, given your father's particular business, meant you got out of the country before we were fully able to track you down. As such, when we made our way to Terra Tun, we've been trying to find you ever since. But as we said, you like to lay low. It makes it difficult.
Lay low, travel often.
We'd like you to join us, if I'm being straightforward, but we're prepared to offer you something in exchange.
Oh, if I were to join you, I'd have to leave my comrades here, because we're kind of on a mission.
No, nothing important. Well, nothing of right now importance. We just want your allegiance is all.
Allegiance seems a little formal. You know, I'm not too keen on organizations. I prefer to be free. But if it's more just helping family out, especially with going against our mother, I'm
Well,
going to
seeing as everyone in the organization is your half-brother or sister, it is more like family.
Your mother was a whore.
Kazia.
I mean, he's right.
You were
He's been
thinking
around
it.
for a long time.
You're also talking about our mother.
Have some.
Did I stutter?
They get a little touchy.
Perhaps next time you need to speak with one of your kin, you would do it a little more discreetly, where we might not be.
Oh, really, laddie? How would you have done it?
Maybe next time somebody approaches you and tells you they won't hurt your friend, you'll listen.
Well, maybe next time you don't accuse our friend of committing murders that he
Maybe.
didn't commit.
As we say, you are extremely hard to find. And if people don't think that there's a reason to turn somebody in, they're not exactly keen to do so.
So I got a bit of a request for you then. Next time, if you seek me out, and especially in a public place, is there some kind of code word we could use instead of causing all this commotion? I'd rather not hurt my kin again.
We
Do you
did
guys have a name?
kill you on accident.
Not really sure we came up with one yet.
No.
I always refer to us as Zeke and the Light Show.
Zeke and the Light Show it is.
God, no.
That's our band name.
Oh.
You guys didn't name yourselves.
Very, very distinct.
No, we're not going with that. No.
Oh, I did say
No.
I would give you something in exchange.
Objection.
Something to take with you until you decide. And he reaches forward and scoops up the necklace under your collarbone. And he makes sort of like a pinching motion with his fingers and sort of digs into the actual amulet itself. And you're not sure what he's doing at first, but as he slowly pulls away from it, you see a white strand of arcane energy get pulled from it. And he holds it out to you.
I'll take it.
as you take the energy, the knowledge of being able to shift your persona or your form floods your mind, as well as part of his memories, which I'll Discord you that later.
Okay.
He has unlocked the potential for the College of Whispers, if you would so like. It's up to you. I know you talked about a couple different ones, but
Yeah, I'd definitely take it.
okay, mark that down then.
All right.
You may go ahead and update your character sheet with that whenever you get them up.
Subclasses, yeah!
Subclasses!
Yeah!
Level 4.
We also pass
Level
now?
4. Level 4.
Level 2. All right, everybody regresses.
That was a slick way of doing that.
Thanks.
That was the Battlemaster's idea.
That was slick. You were right. I love that on PC. That was fucking great. I guess somebody kind of stunned for a second, trying to like pick through all that I just learned.
And while you just kind of try to, while you're trying to grasp your head around all this, the idea of your family not being entirely everything you thought it was, and the idea of the path that has been opened before you, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so.
The year is 26, variety of color.
Welcome back to the Natural One, where you guys are currently. It was a nice try, man.
I'm gonna get you.
You certainly can try. Well, you got me 1 week. But you guys are currently now standing just outside of where you were approached and confronted by Zeke's half-siblings. And now, Zeke, you're holding this fragment of a possible future for yourself. What would you guys like to do?
I would have accepted that fragment.
Yes.
Also, just for our previous conversation that we were finishing, 3 would be Odogaron.
Okay.
I actually really like the Odogaron. Anyway, what's that? Monster Hunter Monster.
They're talking about
Monster
Monster Hunter.
before you guys got back.
Gotcha.
Odogaron.
However you pronounce it.
Yeah, I was pronouncing it the other way.
Localized.
Yeah.
Pronunciation for it.
Whatever. I heard somebody
Are
say
they,
Odogaron.
are they all still in the alley with us?
Yeah, I think we're all still standing there.
The 3 of them are.
Yes.
I will go look to see if anybody may have heard the commotion from
Okay, go ahead and make a
the
perception
brief
check.
combat we had.
I mean, you know, they were pretty good about making sure that there wasn't anybody around when this all started going down.
Hold on.
Exactly what joining this organization required me to do.
That's 3.
Because I definitely want to join it.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, all of us we've been kind of slighted by your mother.
Putting it lightly.
We aim to put a stop to it, so that there's no more unwanted bastard children.
I'm definitely down for it. And I believe, last I heard, she's looking for me and she knew where I was when I was at the tower.
She did she? That's news to us.
And I'm gonna look over at Lan. Because that was the backstory we made, right?
Partially, yeah.
Yeah.
To say if it is, I'm not aware of it.
Lan was my informant of knowing. Or that told
We
me my mother.
can
knew where
whisper
I-
him. I don't know how often he wants to write in the book or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay, we
Well,
can
he
go
can't write in the
later
book
then.
right now. He wrote in the book earlier today, so he can't write in
Yeah.
the book right now.
That's fair.
But I feel like that's a pretty big RP thing between you two.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
wait
we
till
definitely-
That will be dealt with in a later session.
So what would me joining this alliance require?
Just your word.
Well, you definitely have it.
If you're really interested, like I said, we have an establishment in Bard's Testimony over in Solace. In the basement area, there should be a wooden door with 3 rivets on the top of it. Knock 3 times with 2 seconds in between each knock. We'll know who it is.
You say Bard's testimony.
I'm gonna write that down too.
Solace.
You ever been?
I have not.
It's a beautiful country.
Bard's testimony.
I don't doubt it.
Basement? Knock.
It's quite a bit different from Terraton. One thing's dragons roam more freely there.
Yeah,
As they
do.
say, this Ronin's face kind of goes from stoic to a slight grin. Do that.
Well, you definitely have my word. Because she needs to be dealt with. She tried to, take down the, travelers I was with. The crew that I was traveling around with on sea. And my father.
We heard. I'm sorry about that, laddie. Wish I could have been there.
Appreciate something. I wish I could have done something to stop her.
We gotta have that
Well,
conversation.
That's something that I can definitely get revenge
Well,
for now.
I overheard.
All things worth having come in time.
That's something.
Well, you definitely have my word. I'll be a part of this.
We'll let him know. He sort of pans over to Ronan and Kazia. He looks over to Ronan more than anything, because he's the one that put the gash on his leg. As he looks down, still bleeding profusely. No hard feelings.
I shake his hand.
And chuck and grasp.
Normally,
It's like the trick buzzer in his hand.
Exactly.
Oh, no, wait.
Wait.
sorry about
He is
that,
waiting.
friend. And I'm going to run my hands across it and do healing light or lay on hands.
Oh, yeah, he can do that now.
Gotcha.
on hands.
Where you at? Lay on hands. So that would be. What would it be to just stop it from bleeding?
So you hit him for 12, right?
Yeah. So what? 6, 12. I don't know what.
I would say any number past 5 would stem the bleeding and like
Yeah.
Almost scar over.
yeah, it would scar over.
Cause
It
the
would
scab
have
and
to
begin to heal, yeah.
naturally heal beyond that, but you would be able to stem the bleeding.
Okay. He gets my last 5 points of lay on hands. for
So
this.
as you let the energy out, kind of a soft blue glow envelops his wound. And you witness the skin begin to rapidly start knitting itself back together, and the blood begins to clot at an accelerated rate where his leg was slashed open. And you see freshly scabbed skin. Still isn't fully healed, but it is at a stage where it will begin to clean and heal on its own.
I appreciate that, friend.
It was the least I could do. I did not know you were of kin to our friend Zeke here.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make that apparent in the beginning, but you know now. Looks like you've got some capable members here.
They're definitely good traveling companions. I trust them.
That's good. Trust is important.
Extremely.
Well, we'll be off, I think.
I
Don't have to
definitely,
bother you anymore.
I definitely know where to look for you next time I need to talk.
My name's Kai, by the way.
I was just about to ask for names. So I could possibly know who to contact via, if I ever need to talk to you, could I just send a raven to you?
That would be more than okay. So what type of raven should I be looking for?
I would assume just a normal messenger raven.
All right.
Any chance I could learn your names?
Zia and Lio.
Am I spelling that for me?
ZIA. And Lilo is Lilo.
Or Stitch?
Oh.
Okay.
What was Ignatius's whole title for what wind?
Ronan would have no idea.
It was definitely a wonderful meeting you.
Crimson Wind.
It's nice to feel that I'm not alone in the world.
That's what I thought. Okay.
He's
Always a good
also
feeling.
self-titled The Flame Soul.
A lot of our kings say the same thing. Well, he pulls the hood up over his
King of Dragons.
head again.
Oh, man. Wait, there was one more.
The what?
Oh, the Sunrise Dragon.
Sunrise Dragon.
A rice
I'll trust you judgment on
Yes,
that.
the Rice Dragon.
Oh, you just kind of
What about it?
Have you seen Sekiro? There's a giant straw man.
I've seen Sekiro. I don't know if I've seen.
Your call. We
that.
can leave that in, or we can cut that out.
There's literally like a.
Yeah, you just see them begin to.
Straw man.
You just see them kind of begin to draw up their cloaks and their hoods.
Hopefully, I'll be here. I guess I'll be seeing and talking to you at some point in the future.
Sure will.
We certainly hope so.
Until next time.
Until next time, friend.
That was ominous.
Yes, it was. That was great.
Right on time.
Till next time.
And with a clap of thunder, they vanish.
Yeah, and I am back. I think I already did shift back into my previous form. Okay.
You know, in fact, you see clouds rolling in an upcoming storm.
All right.
That's right.
And then yeah,
Roll
I'm back
with the
to looking
atmosphere.
like the dark-skinned, white-haired elf that you guys normally see me as.
I'll wait for them to walk away and I'll go, you sure you can trust them?
So far, it seems like it, but I'd still keep my guard up just in case. You never know who you can trust in this world. So far, they seem okay. I got some memories from him. Taught me quite a lot, honestly. Could be a little more effective in combat next time. But
I mean,
so
that was
far-
certainly unexpected.
Yeah, you could say that again.
We'll keep an eye on them.
I definitely keep my guard up, but for the moment, they seem trustworthy.
Everyone does in the beginning.
Especially because we have a common enemy. My mother's known to not be trustworthy.
What exactly did your mother do?
You could say she, So, my growing up was on a ship. It was a merchant ship, well, like a tradesman ship. Kind of just going by whatever needed to be done, whether it was transporting a certain person for pay, transporting goods. It was just whatever was needed. We were just seafaring travelers, making money just off of simple services. One of the times we stopped in a city, my mother found a nobleman to, I guess you could say, do her bidding. And a wealthy nobleman. And she went for power and money instead of traveling on the seas. And she has magical ways with words and enchanting, which is where I get my powers from. So she convinced him to take her in, I guess you could say, and forego his own family. And she wanted me to join her. I wouldn't. So she had my entire crew that I was traveling with taken down and destroyed.
Interesting.
And I've been on the run since.
Your mother seems to have a lot of children.
I did not actually know that I had siblings. That's news to me. But it wouldn't surprise me because I believe she is a powerful creature.
Creature.
I'm
Not.
not exactly sure what she is, honestly, but she's definitely not human. I don't think she's a changeling like me.
But
She breeds changelings.
I believe she has magical blood.
what did you mean when they said your mom might have created you?
I'm not sure, but I know she's not exactly humanoid. She's not human in the typical sense. That's all I know. I'm not really sure what more there is to her.
In fact, why don't we have everyone go ahead and make a nature check here, or a history check, depending on if you want to try to logic this out through creature information or lore.
Same roll, either way.
I'm gonna use a bardic inspiration on this.
Okay. Oh, your bardic.
Oh, that's right, because I still tossed that
Yeah,
on
you
you.
gave me bardic inspiration. Yep.
That's a 4, even with the bardic inspiration.
Really?
What'd you roll originally?
A 1.
Really, sir.
You would.
All right, pass that down to DJ.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, look, opposite ends of the spectrum. Cha-ching.
Well, I mean, you know,
I know what she is.
it's a little hard to separate the myth from the fact, but
Okay.
you would know stories of what she is. From a fucking natural 20.
I believe she is some sort of fey creature. How much more, or just basically that?
I would say, yeah, that she's a free creature and that she has some ability to shapeshift.
She's not exactly a changeling like I am, but she definitely has power behind her for shifting. And I know she draws her powers from the Fae. So I'm not exactly sure how powerful she is, but we'll probably be dealing with her in the future if we stick as a team. So just a fair warning.
Is she a threat to this plane?
Not exactly. I think she just craves power and comfort. From high standing. So I'm not really sure she's a threat to the plane, but she's definitely a threat to me.
You would know she was very, very good at manipulation and getting what she wants out of powerful men in this land. So
Yeah, that's what I was trying to stress with the nobleman. Kind of like me, she's very persuasive, but more in a magical sense. She can charm and manipulate her way into just about anyone's head or heart. So she's definitely a force you gotta be guarded around.
Is that why you never wanted her to find you?
Yeah, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to stop her from getting into my head. So I'd rather just be as far from it as I can instead of dealing with that. I don't want to hurt anyone. Anyway, shall we continue on to the blacksmith now that that's dealt with?
Yes.
I apologize for dragging you guys into this.
Zeke, one question. Should we run into your mother? What is the outcome?
Preferably to stop her in any way. I wouldn't mind if she died. If we could even kill her. I don't know how powerful she is, what she's got under her power. Keep in mind, she's got away with manipulating. I'm not sure how much power she's got, how many is under her control. There's so much we don't know. That's why I really like to be a part of this organization, so maybe I can get my own intel on her. See what they know about her.
Family is a tricky subject.
That's why I'm not too 100% on trusting them. Definitely stay guarded around them, but so far they seem like a good shot at getting information from her.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't kill them then.
I agree with that. Much agree with that, especially if they are trustworthy. It's kind of nice having a bit of family in the world.
Not all the time.
Should we return to... Where were we? The lit way?
No, you guys are currently in the stacks.
I know, we were in the lit way? Where were we coming from?
You guys were coming from down towards the open docks in this area right here, and you were heading up here, which is where Elven Make is.
So we just went a little
he
bit off
kind
to the
of
side.
caught you in that like midway between the lit way and
Correct.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess let's keep heading on to the blacksmith and then keep going with our journey. What do you guys say?
Sounds like a plan. Are
We've
you
been
okay?
here too long as it is.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm feeling a little more confident.
Good. Confidence is everything when standing up to family.
Let's go get the sword that I ordered and be on our way. I think having a bit of steel by my side will give me a little more confidence.
Fantastic. And
Okay.
so,
Yeah, we're gonna journey on.
I'm fucking watching.
So you guys head back up to Elven Make, where Ebony is kind of busy. You see, he's actually at this moment kind of going over the sword that you described. And you guys kind of see it going over this. It's a long sword with kind of a mermaid head at the pommel, and it sort of spirals around the handle and feeds down until the tail actually comes out onto the blade a little bit at the very base of it. The blade itself is rather long.
The mermaid stretched out along the hilt.
I thought it was the other way around. Apologies.
There's a picture, bro.
I don't have it.
Yeah, you do. Just on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's a small picture though.
Would you like me to describe it?
Here,
Go
I
ahead.
can send you the full scale picture. Because you sent it to me, right, Dila?
Yeah, I sent you like 7 different pictures of it.
Yeah, here it is.
With close-up shots of it.
There you go.
Okay, that works. Okay, yeah, I thought it was the other way around. But yeah, and as you can kind of see, like the handle is almost, it's the grip itself is actually comfortable. The handle almost seemed to be scaled, in a way. Aside from the mermaid's tail wrapping around it, and then the blade itself actually has several runes inscribed into it, which shine with a silver light. And there seems to almost be a soft mist pouring off of the blade. And as you watch it, it almost seems like the foam of crashing waves, constantly just spilling off of it. And as you enter, Ebony looks up slightly. Blessings of nature be upon you, friends. Rona, go ahead and make a history check.
And Sylvan, I'll say, and on you.
Make a what?
History. Or actually, yeah, history, because this would be a culture thing.
Mystery. Let's do.
I would say you probably would have advantage on this given your heritage.
Okay. Oh, that's gotta have advantage. You said you're Scanlan? Okay. Alright, I'll do Scanlan.
$2, no whammies.
So, that was much better than the first roll.
Yeah, 7.
7 times better, in fact.
The first rolls I do not have one.
Yeah.
No, it was a 7.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
7.
still an
Yeah, but you
advantage.
still rolled an at one from the roll I asked.
You gave me $1 for the roll you asked.
Well, it's still an advantage and you rolled a 7.
Yeah, but I've always said that even with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
At least I think that's the way we've always done it.
I've got money
remember,
for
honestly.
potato chips.
Whatever you say.
Ronan, you would vaguely remember having heard this exchange before. And you would know that when the phrase, at least among elves, it's considered polite. I'll Discord you, actually.
Okay.
You can find our Whisper channel. There it is. If I could spell, that'd be great. Okay, I want to make sure I... Alright, cool.
And in Celestial, I will say back to the Smith,
What?
and the stars watch over you.
You see a soft smile appear over his face as he bows to you slightly, Ronan.
And I bow back.
Well, I believe this is what you're here for. He holds the sword out to you, handle first.
And I'll take it and just kind of run my fingertips along the blade and run my thumb across the mermaid.
As you do, the blade almost seems to sing softly in your hands. Just almost a vibration of appreciation and approval.
Which is definitely beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for.
I hope it serves you well.
I appreciate it. And, I'm actually going to take the giant teeth from the, because we dealt with that serpent, right?
Yeah.
And I got one of its fangs. I'm gonna say, I'm not really sure how this is gonna help you or if it's gonna be good in any way. But this came from a giant serpent. I don't know if you could use it for anything, but it's yours to keep if you want it.
He
Just
takes
kind
it,
of as a tip.
and examines it. I can think of a great many purposes this could serve. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And he pockets the fang.
Is there like a simple sheath for the sword?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool.
It comes with a sheet that fits.
I'm gonna go ahead and belt it around my waist, sheath it, and then.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we shall be on our way, shall we?
We shall.
I much appreciate craftsmanship. I'll be honored to sing its praise in my journeys.
I hope it serves you well. And you see him slowly turn back to the forge and begin resuming his work.
We'll go ahead and turn and head on our way.
Alright. It would be getting towards evening at this point. Are you guys going to rest for the night or are you going to set off?
Is it still storming?
Yes. Do you hear thunderclouds?
Just double checking.
It is still storming, yes.
Okay.
So with the coming storm that we weren't really ready for, shall I bunk down for the night or go ahead and set sail?
We should probably bunk down for the night. It's the safe option.
That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think?
Probably.
Gazi
Wait,
isn't
not till
wanting to
morning.
buck down.
I'd rather not travel in the rain.
Yeah, I'd say that wouldn't be a very good idea. Lan, you okay with bunking for the night?
I mean, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Let's find ourselves an inn. Go back to the inn we had.
We still have that room, correct?
Sure. Yeah, because I believe you paid silver to hold the room for the night.
Yep. All right.
Or for when we return, so let's go ahead and head back there.
So we're gonna head back to the room, or the inn where I had them hold the room.
Following the style, yeah.
Yeah. And then I am going to give, as I walk in and see the, I guess, hostess.
Hmm.
Is our room still available?
She looks back at you. You paid me to keep it available, yes.
All right. We would like to take it for another night if possible.
She thinks for a moment. Okay, that'll be 4 additional silver, please.
I slide her one piece of unmarked gold.
She looks at you and... Very well. Would you like any food before you go to bed?
I think I actually would. I could use a feast after all that.
Yes,
Okay.
I could eat as well.
Okay, well, have a seat. I'll make sure it gets right out to you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
We appreciate it.
She begins kind of busying herself in the back. You hear the kitchen kind of going into a little more shape than it did. Most people at this point are starting to kind of retire. It's probably 7, 8-ish at this point, so. And moments later comes out with 2 cooked chickens and just several fresh cut vegetables. Well, here you are. Anything else you need, just give me a shout.
You spoil us, lass. I appreciate it.
You pay for it.
I'm gonna dig the fuck in.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start eating. And is there anybody? Is there anybody else?
Yeah, there are a few other
Okay.
patrons. A couple other groups. No one quite as travel worn as your group. But there are a few people. Most of them are locals, but there are a few people that look like they might be from out of town.
Have we seen the Boy King since we got in here?
You have not. You're not really sure where he spends his time, but you haven't run into him again.
Okay. So tomorrow morning, we set sail and continue to make our way up to get the horses. You said your comrade is going to be able to buy the boat off of us?
We have to find someone to sell the boat to,
Sell the boat, okay.
but we get 5% of the profit.
That's not bad.
I'd say the same, especially for a boat they lent us. We just ride back to the horses.
Ride the horses back, collect the gold, and we should be good.
As long as we don't run into trouble along the way.
We're definitely going to. With how the trip's been so far, something's definitely gonna happen. Always does.
Agreed.
if you don't mind me, fellas, I'm going to retire for the night. And
I am too.
I push away from the table and I'll see you guys when you get to the room and make my way up to the room.
I'm gonna make my place where I ate a little more tidy so it's easier to pick the dishes up from,
Okay.
and then head up and go to bed also.
All right. Kazuya?
Are we all in one room?
We are all in one room.
Actually, when I enter the room, say, Ronan, I know you didn't take a bed last time. Would you like a bed this time? I have a bedroll. I'll just use the floor.
Are you sure, Zeke?
I'd say it's only fair. I'm kind of used to sleeping with a bedroll on a boat, so a bedroll on the floor won't be too bad.
Well, if you should say so. And I would take off my half plate and the rest of my armor and just kind of lay down.
Ronan
on
begins stripping in front of you.
Would you be willing to alarm the room again, if you can?
I cannot.
Can it have to be done as a ritual?
I don't have any slots left.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
No, if you have
Oh.
rituals, you don't have to use slots.
It
It
just
takes
takes
10
10 minutes
yeah.
longer.
I know you're not a ranger or a warlock this time, but they work a little differently.
Oh, okay.
No, if something is a ritual tag, you can cast it without expending a spell slot. It just takes 10 minutes longer.
Yeah.
Tags to check. It just.
If
It
there's a
all,
little R in a box next to the spell, that means you can ritual cast it.
What's up?
Alarm is a ritual.
Is there any kind of garden area
You can, anyway.
in the city?
Okay, so if
Any
you
kind
want
of-
to take an
oh,
extra 10
garden?
minutes,
Yeah.
you can still cast
Yes,
alarm
actually,
without
this
using
little
spell
brown patch down here
I was
is,
wondering
is
if
a
that's
garden
what
area.
that was.
then I will go ahead.
Um,
Then I will go ahead and you ritual cast alarm.
Okay.
Just makes me feel a little safer in a place like this.
I'm actually going to go there.
Okay.
I would like to meditate for a while.
All right.
Right next to it, what'd you say?
He's going down to the garden area where Ronan is war, actually.
Okay.
I want some quiet amid the storm.
So you head down, and
Real edgy.
initially, kind of as you're traveling down, most people are returning home, trying to get out of the rain and the storm, which isn't heavy. It's not minor flooding or anything. It's just starting to pour down decently. And so as you head out, it's actually kind of pleasant in a way. You've never been particularly bothered by storms or weather or anything of that nature, and having some time kind of to be in your own head and be by yourself is calming to you in a way. Especially because while you were on the river, it wasn't too bad, but now that you've been inside a city for quite a few days, you've always been surrounded by people, there's always been noise going on around you, and while this is noise of nature, it's a little bit more relaxing and a little bit more internally peaceful than what you've had over the past little while. But you make your way down to the garden, and you assume your stance and begin to meditate.
I'll just sit there for a little bit and let the rain hit me, and then I'll focus myself and practice a few forms. Just kind of stretching and going through the motions and enjoying the quiet, the storm around me. And I'll stay there for an hour or two.
As you go through this ritual, and you begin to focus yourself on just accepting all your inner peace and your inner feelings and turmoil, and trying to bring that all to peace, you feel a presence with you about 45 minutes or so into your meditation.
Familiar presence?
Yes.
I assume it's Delta.
It is not.
Oh, it's not? It's the other presence?
Yes.
Oh.
This is called a plot twist.
Hey, that barbed wire bat's coming up.
Yeah, really. Just enjoying a nice, peaceful.
And then all of a sudden, you hear this slight whistling sound as a bat comes streaking out of the rain.
What are we doing, Kazuya?
Kazi remembers the words from his father. Never face check.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just feel
But that's my favorite part of the game.
the hairs on the back of my neck just stand up, and I'll fucking throw a dart right at him. That's just
Go ahead and make an
second.
attack roll.
Hey, you guys remember Kazuya? Before we had to bury him here in this random town we stopped in?
Bad.
I think he's gonna bury himself.
That was a good one.
That is a 17 to hit.
Let me find out. I think I still have one. Dang it,
Just
okay.
halfway through one of your forms, you're just like,
Yeah, basically.
So the dart flies out at him. All of a sudden, there's a flash at his side, and you see a scimitar appear, and it's wreathed in hellfire. And he whirls the blade around and knocks the dart out of the air. He smiles at you. Not nearly enough hatred. And I need you to roll initiative for me, Kazuya.
I was expecting deflect missiles. I was not expecting even more edge.
He's older than me. Longer time to get the edge. Nice. Sharpened.
He's had more time to sharpen his edge. He's gotten closer to the edge, the Lord of the Edge.
Natural one.
Did you really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
When it mattered most.
When it mattered
always
most,
when it
he
matters.
vanished.
Every time. Ah.
Oof.
Hey, buddy, it's okay. I'm the Avatar 100 years earlier. Come on, Vax. Why are you doing this to me right now? Okay, you're
I
So-
love the atmosphere you're painting.
That was actually Josh's idea for the rainstorm. So as you're sitting here focused, the anger seething through you. He comes flying at you and slashes out at you twice with the scimitar.
great. Yep. Hit me. Hit me.
This
Fucking-
is actually really epic.
Did you roll a Percy die?
No,
Okay.
You rolled the scan.
I wish I had. I did roll the Scanlan die.
The Percy die does not roll well for you, though.
Neither did the Scanlan die.
Fair enough. So, Josh, I just gotta say, props on the atmosphere, because he said it was your idea for the brainstorm and all that. This is epic. That puts such... Because if it was just nighttime, this wouldn't feel as epic.
Right.
So as he slashes out at you, Kazuya,
Yes, edgy.
you actually instinctively pop strike in his stomach. It actually stuns him for a second as he drops back for a moment. That actually ends his turn. It's your turn.
Ooh.
He actually drops to last in the initiative order.
So he nat one.
All right.
They both nat one. He nat one on initiative, and then
Yep.
he nat one on the attack. Oh, wow. Like
I'm-
brothers.
I'm just gonna stare at
There's
him.
more of you
as
in me than I thought.
As my eyes kind of just go an even more darker red, and I'm gonna focus, and you see this just black shadow just come off me into two giant arms, and I will summon my astral arms, and I will take my attack against him with not the Vax die. That's much better. That is a 24 to hit.
24 hits, absolutely.
It just hits. No, I'm just kidding.
Just hit. Oh. That is max fucking damage. That is 9 points of necrotic damage.
9 points. All right.
Damn.
So you see it just hits him hard, and part of his face blackens and turns to withered, just gray death before reforming. He smiles softly at you. More. And he slams forward at you. Anything else?
Nope. That's it for this
Okay,
round.
technically it's a new round, and since he dropped last in the initiative order, you have another turn. Yeah. Because fucking that once.
I'm gonna look him dead in the eye and go, "You should have kept hiding." And I will attack him. That's not that great.
Percy die, man. They're not.
It's a 13 doesn't hit. I know it doesn't hit.
No, it does not hit. So as you cut out of him again, just knocks the blow aside.
I will flurry of blows then,
Okay.
and use my last key point. God, those key points go fast when you're so low.
Don't they though?
Fuck.
Also doesn't help that we haven't rested in 3 fights.
Yep. 24 again to hit,
24 hits.
and then I'll just roll the other one to see if it hits. That is a 14 plus 7.
21.
21.
21 hits.
Dope. Good shit. That is another 9 points of damage plus 7 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Damn, good hits. Good fucking hits, man.
flies out at you and immediately casts. You see him immediately wave his hands around, and you feel yourself freeze, paralyzed in fear.
Uh-oh.
And every momentary just dread that ever filled you as a child fills you again. I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
You'd make him do like hand gestures, like Naruto.
It is not Naruto. Nope, Godsphere only has verbal components.
You know, that was gonna be a 19, but it just said fuck me, so that's 8.
I'm gonna use an inspiration on that.
You are not
You're
there.
not here.
I didn't know you had to be there.
Yeah, you do have to be able to see them to.
Yeah, you have to be able to see what's happening.
I think I'm pretty far away from wherever the hell we were staying.
You're very far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're at what?
You're yeah.
Like the edge of the
You're,
open
you're up in
docks,
here, yeah.
And you're at the
And
guard.
he's
Yeah,
down
you're like
here.
half the city away.
you're almost as far as you could possibly be, actually, and still be in the city. So yeah, you are afraid. You may remake a saving throw at the end of each of your turns, but
Okay.
just for specifications, for fear, frightened. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is in sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to him. And then, as a bonus action, he's going to go ahead and slash at you again with the Hellfire Scimitar.
Okay. Hellfire Scimitar.
Come on, Scanlan.
Make your Scanlan.
That probably does not hit. That's a 13. Nope. So as he slashes out at you, you still feel yourself scared, but you just instinctively duck under the blow, and that is going to end his turn.
Okay.
So to be clear, he can still attack him. It's just at disadvantage, and he cannot get closer to him if he moves away.
Correct.
Alright. Okay.
That's what he is. I forgot.
I'm gonna close my eyes. And I'm gonna make my attacks on him. At disadvantage.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens with the wisdom save. That's an 8. And wow, that's weird. Rolled 2 8s for the first attack.
It happens sometimes.
That's
Dealer's kind of the champion of that.
15.
15 does not hit, so as
Okay.
you strike out at him, just your fear, he's weighing you down. It's making you slow. It's making you sloppy, and you find yourself getting more and more frustrated with your own lack of effectiveness.
Alright, alright. Bonus action attack. 13. Fuck me. That one misses too.
Yeah, so just again, you kick out, and he actually catches your ankle and then pushes it away from himself.
Alright. So.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. At disadvantage?
Straight roll. Straight roll.
Okay. Fuck. 13?
13, unfortunately, does not succeed.
Okay, yeah. Make sure I did my math right.
So,
Fine.
so Tatsu reaches forward, and his hand actually grasps your skull, and you feel burning hot embers radiate from his palm as he's holding on to you. I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me. Straight throw. It's a saving throw, not a check.
Fuck me. 11. Jesus.
Wow, you rolled even worse. That was disgusting. You take 4 fire damage,
Okay. Okay.
and actually,
About a 3d6.
yeah. Out of a 3d6, I rolled 1, 1, and 2.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you,
got
man,
lucky.
you did
Wow,
something to
yeah.
me last night.
You broke his spirit.
You broke my dice.
We traded roles.
We must have, and I want them back.
Oh
Man,
man.
no.
So yeah, and you actually feel your tunic catch on fire,
Okay.
Because you're rolling like
and he's gonna go ahead and slash out at you again with the scimitar.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That one.
Touch the Percy die again, I'll have to kill you.
the Percy God.
Yeah.
That
He is a god,
is 15 against your AC.
Nope.
Yeah, so he cuts out at you, and you actually instinctively strike out at his wrist and push the blade away. Your move.
Can't touch this.
Alright. Since he's this close to me, I'm gonna grab the fucking Chaos Blade and
believe
just try
how
and
poorly
jam
I'm
it
rolling
into
that.
his chest.
Okay, go ahead and strike out.
Still at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Actually, as you grasp the Chaos Blade, your loneliness and your anger and your hatred
Shit.
radiate from the blade.
Oh.
You have a straight roll on this. It would be at advantage, but because of your fear.
That's better. That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
And that is a D8. And I'm going to use its lightning ability.
Is literally lightning versus fire.
Yep, so
That's
4
pretty epic,
plus
especially in a thunderstorm.
3.
Yep.
So that's 7.
You're at a disadvantage, brother.
14 points of damage. 6 of that was lightning.
All right.
Oh, and I get hit temporary hit points.
So as your lightning
One.
actually flies
that's
through
1
his
point,
stomach,
can't hit you.
you see blood spurt from the wound and hit the ground. He whirls around and throws both his hands out. Your fire radiates from his hands.
Do I need to make a wisdom save still with the fear?
Yes, I apologize. Thank you for reminding me.
Did you get your bonus action?
Oh my god. Oh no, I didn't get my bonus action, did I?
What were we going to do bonus action? I'm sorry. I apologize. I jumped the shark on that.
I was just gonna punch him. Wait, can I still do that with my?
You did take an attack roll.
The fear would be with advantage too, since you're holding Chaos Blade now.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna punch him then. For my bonus. Sorry. Which is that? That probably doesn't hit. Well, that's even worse. No, that one doesn't miss. Okay, so
So your
fear is
Advantage.
Advantage.
Chaos Blade.
That's better. 15, 20.
20 works. So as you're holding Chaos Blade, you actually feel excitement rise up from the weapon itself, and it begins to spread through your chest and fill you. And just your energy and your excitement fills you, and you feel yourself ready for this. And the fear drops from you.
At the end of my turn, I just fucking
It is the
open
end of your
my
turn.
eyes and just stare into him.
And he spins around, he throws his hands at you. You actually see his eyes shine beet red. He's with me right now, man. Yeah, so that's 14. That doesn't hit.
Nope.
So actually, I don't believe anything happens because that's a cantrip. Can I, please? Okay, no. Well, it's a cantrip, so I'm saying probably not. D&D Beyond was doing this last night too. And as you dodge his flames, he immediately spins around, and you see him hold his hand against his wound. And the wound begins to close as he begins to recover slightly from the damage.
Like hell.
That brings us back to you.
All right. Yep, I'm gonna make another Chaos Blade attack.
You have advantage.
Oh yeah, because the fear's
Because
gone.
the fear's gone.
13 is 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay, let's do that. I'll use its ability again. So it's. Oh god, these dice are so hard to see. So that's 4. So it's 6 slashing and 4. 6 lightning.
6 slashing, 6 lightning.
And
Very
I will
nice.
take my. Still 1 temporary hit point. Bonus action.
So you cut out at him and actually cut him from cleft to cheekbone, and blood begins to pour from the wound.
Yep, bonus action, kick him in the fucking solar plex.
Go ahead.
13. Natural 19.
Natural 19, that hits.
Yeah, I'd say.
That is a d4. That was lame. That is 5 points of damage.
All right. He's definitely bleeding.
I should hope so.
As you cut into his cheek and as the blood starts to fall from it, you see maggots also start to fall from it as well.
Oh, that's
shit.
gross.
Oh. Okay. That's my turn.
He looks at you and backs up, and you see. Hang on, I'm sorry, I'm double checking, making sure how many. Okay. You see him hold up his fingers, and 3 bits of fire appear on the tips of his fingers. You are an impotent child! He snaps. All 3 of the beams ricochet off and comes flying towards you.
Okay.
The first one comes flying towards you. You actually manage to flip and move out of the way. The second.
This is fucking Neo bullshit. Where you're sliding this fucking like that.
Can you imagine
Yes.
having a fucking one sword in the other hand, 2 giant arms floating at my fucking shoulders?
The second one is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
That's a 20.
That hits.
Still 1 out of 3. I'd take that.
Yeah.
That's a little better. Alright, so the third one flies around and actually strikes you in the hip. You take 8 points of fire damage. He's going to swipe out again with you with the sword.
Okay.
I'm done. What is with me, man? Why am I broken? Can you please hug me? Because I'm going to cry.
All your power belongs to me.
It does, apparently, man. I've been rolling single digits all fucking night.
All your base
And last
belongs to
night.
us.
So yeah, his slash at you just managed to duck out of the way. That'll bring us to you.
Rinse and repeat.
So using my own dice here in a second.
Shouldn't have let me DM last night.
I wanna move in like under his guard and just like slash his
I'm
fucking
DMing
stomach
now,
open.
Nice.
Good. 17?
17 does not hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just back kick him then.
Alright, go ahead and make that attack roll.
That's weak. Crit.
Really?
Percy die.
Boom! Go ahead and roll those percentage dice for me.
Alright.
You kicked him, right?
Yep. Since I missed with the sword, I just fucking
I'm rolling my own d20s, I don't give a shit.
throw my fucking thumb all over the place. That is a 18 on the percentage dice. And that is a...
So just as you strike him, you actually notice where you could slip out of his grasp if you want. If you so choose, you may take the disengage action for free.
I might actually do that. Let me see something here.
This is pretty epic.
Okay. That was 5 points of damage, by the way.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
incredible.
Oh, sorry. 4, 5, 6 points of damage.
Because you roll a 1 on damage.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Hey, every little bit matters. Especially at this level.
Yeah, I will back up to 10 feet away from him.
Okay. He's gonna go ahead.
Hold your sword backwards and just ready yourself.
Fucking arms are just like...
You see him concentrate his energy, and simultaneously, I have to count for a second here. Okay, so, and simultaneously, he holds out his hands. A blue beam appears at the tips of each of his fingers, and he fires them off.
That dude got some crazy shit going on.
Not that crazy.
You got it, bro. I would show the faith you, but you know you left. So
I thought I'd enjoy the rain.
6. I finally fucking rolled something
And
well.
I'm enjoying the rain.
I was gonna say, this seems right up your alley.
I figured you'd be outside sitting under a tree watching
10,
it pour
14,
down on both knees, holding the blade.
Plus 5.
Edgy. And then when he popped on.
So 5 bolts of magic missile fly out and strike you. Take 23 points of damage.
Ooh, I'm down. Holy shit.
I rolled a 4, a 4, a 4, a 2, and a 3.
Wow.
That's where every single one of my low rolls I went to is those fucking D4s.
No, I think that's it.
Damn, that sucks.
So you lay there, and you feel your face just covered in mud. And after a little while, you feel enough of your strength return to you to sit up. and you find yourself alone, sitting in the garden.
I gotta know, how hurt was he looking?
He was pretty hurt.
One, maybe two more hits at most.
So close.
So close.
And just as you slowly pick yourself up, just scowling, you hear in the back of your mind, not enough hatred.
I just fucking scream into the storm.
And just your voice goes out and echoes and reverberates throughout the town.
You know, like when Goliath fucking screams when he wakes up and gargoyles? That's basically what I'm doing.
After a few moments, guards appear around you, looking for the source of the cry, just seeing if they're needed. Are you all right?
I don't even say anything. I just walk right past them.
You see, kind of,
Sheath my fucking sword.
they stare at one another,
Is he-
seeming to kind of accept this moment for what
Is
it
he
is.
still like beat up and bruised and cut up and?
No,
He shows no signs of.
you physically, nothing's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Am I like low on hit points?
No.
Oh shit.
This was like a meditative trance state.
Yep.
You agreed to look into yourself and
Yep.
combat it.
I did.
What?
That was dope as shit.
Yeah, well, that was fucking sweet. That was a lot better than Rey and Kylo Ren.
Dude,
We don't acknowledge that.
We don't say those things on this show.
You're right. I apologize. I take those words back.
So
What was it
wet,
better than?
muddy, and defeated, Mikey.
Rey and Kylo Ren.
Oh.
You managed to pick yourself up and return to falling with style. And as Kazuya opens the door,
I was gonna say.
Ronin, your alarm
Wait.
spell triggers, and you sit bolt upright.
Okay.
Well, he can adjust who the alarm.
I apologize. You're right. You can't adult. Would you have included Kazuya in it?
Of course I would have.
So, Kazuya, you managed to return, find everyone sleeping soundly, Ronin in a trance.
So before I went to sleep,
I'm sorry. Yes.
no, it's okay. Because I would have been asleep by the time he got back. But before I went to sleep, and it would only take me a couple minutes, I would just lay the blade on my lap and sit cross-legged, and just kind of like run my fingers over it and just memorize every detail of it as I attune to it. 'Cause I
Easily
believe it
done.
requires attunement, right?
Yes. And as you do, you can actually hear seagulls calling and the crashing of waves as you hold it in your hand.
And that's all I wanted to do. Then I would be asleep. I just wanted to make sure I
Okay.
said that before
Absolutely.
we moved on. I just didn't want to interrupt any of that because that was fucking beautiful.
So, you guys manage to get to sleep, and your night passes without further incident. You wake up in the morning, all your spell slots are returned, your hit points lost are recovered, all that fun stuff. Oops, wrong character, but that's okay.
On that note, I need to pee.
As you guys head down to the docks, wrong one.
I don't know why that struck me as so funny. Oh man.
But as you guys start to gather up your gear, put on your armor for the day, you kind of stop, take a look around the city that's become more familiar to you over time. The rain and storms have subsided. You stop and take a look around at Gala, and you hear birds chirping, you hear people getting ready, starting their day. Even the noise in the bar below started to kick up as people are eating breakfast, drinking coffee, and getting ready to go about their business. And you're not sure if it's the anticipation of your journey, or if you can actually hear the sounds of the boats in the harbor as they begin to prepare and dock, and go about their business, or come in for rest, or come in for a dock and a rest, as it might be. But you do feel a little bit of excitement.
And say, well, actually, when I wake up that morning after hearing the crashing of the waves and everything through the sword, I'd be super stoked to get up and going and everywhere I'd go, I'd be like running my thumb along the sword and like focusing on it. Actually, when I first wake up, I would look over at Ronan and go, "I'll be right back," and I would just haul ass out, and I would head straight to anywhere that has armor that I could buy.
There are a number of armor shops.
Just the closest one.
Okay, go ahead and
would-
make a quick investigation check for me.
I would go with you.
Okay.
Okay, you want to go with him? You can absolutely do so.
Will he have advantage if we're both looking for a nice
Yes.
armor shop? You have advantage because I believe your investigation. Yeah, your investigation is probably
You also
better than
have-
mine. Mine's a +2.
Can I go with you?
Only if you hold my hand.
Oh, well, never mind then. Now, Devil Make did have some armor pieces.
17 and 18,
There you go.
so 19 total.
Okay. So you take a quick look around, and after kind of glancing, that doesn't mean that's not it. That's not it. No, you find a shop called the Brass Star, and that appears like it would be able to sell you some decently made armor.
Okay. I would haul ass with a sword or right up to the counter, almost like in a obnoxious rush.
As you do, you go behind the counter, and you're actually taken aback for a second. For a moment, you would think you're looking at Tabaxi, but the creature is far taller and far broader than a Tabaxi would normally be. And as you immediately enter the door and the door shuts behind you, the creature slowly turns around, and you look up at a Leonin. They have thick orange fur and almost the tufts of a mane that go about their neck, and just long, full, very, very thick limbs and torso rather. And as you open the door, they actually pull off a set of goggles and look up at you. Hello, welcome. How may I serve you today?
Hello there, my friend. I got a kind of a quick thing for you, because I'm about to get on the sea again. Would you have a set of studded leather that I could purchase?
As soon as you asked that question, I just now enter as you were hauling ass there, like a parent with a child that's too excited to get there.
You didn't put him on a leash.
Yeah, he just takes off, and I finally just make it there.
Do a healthy jog.
I just slow ball. I'm real morning. He's child morning.
I am a morning person.
Zeke, what are you looking for this morning?
Just getting myself some studded leather.
Oh, okay. Good choice. You can never go wrong with a nice studded leather.
He walks towards you holding almost essentially a thick leather belt, and wraps around your torso and kind of takes a moment. See.
I don't mind if you get a little handsy with me, but shouldn't you buy me dinner first?
Oh, shut your face.
Fair.
See, just he's a bit short-tempered.
Good shit.
That's why, like, I'd imagine Zeke would be used to people telling him to shut the hell up when he makes comments like that. So.
And after he does, he literally picks you up, places you. Both of you sit.
You're
Touch
handling me.
nothing.
I missed your name, friend.
I missed yours.
I am Ronan.
Leopold.
Leopold, nice to meet you. Once you're done with him, I have a request as well, but I understand you're a man of work, so I will let you do that first.
Touch nothing.
Touch
Fair.
nothing.
Goes in the back.
Sorry, before you guys go on with that, I didn't make this clear the last time, but when you guys go into a smithy or an armor shop or anything, if you want anything specific as far as like an enchantment on an item, all you have to do is specify that to the shopkeep, and depending on what mages are in the city to do the enchantment, based on what school they pull from, and you can choose that or specify that as well, the enchantment on the item, it will still technically be random, but it'll be of that school.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, whenever you're in a major town like Druckamores or like somewhere in the tower, you're gonna have access to a lot more mages than you will in little podunk places.
Cool.
Just making sure everyone knows.
Random loot tables!
Yep.
Yay!
But anyway,
Loot drops.
so he goes in the back, and you
loot
hear just
Shut the
thudding and rapid noises coming from there.
drops.
You actually
Not
hear
more RNG.
you hear an interesting swear in a language you're not familiar with, and a mouse goes scuttling out the front door from the back room.
I'm gonna look over at Ronan and look back at the mouse and look back at Ronan and be like, Did you see that?
I did. I don't know what that's about. He said touch nothing, we
That's right.
touch nothing.
It's not our business.
Not our business.
A moment later, he comes out of the back room, holding a mannequin that has a full set of studded leather on it. Set it down. This should work for you.
Looks fine to me. How much for it?
I want to make sure I quote the right price. I believe 45 gold is standard. Where did I put this? Costs, there it is. Armor.
45 gold. Yep.
Yep.
What if we make it 40 with unmarked gold?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Alright. Why am I just doing slash persuasion? I'm not mentally prepared. That was a
29.
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. I like it. What's your deal?
Fair. Okay. And I'll go ahead and hand him 40 unmarked gold.
Okay. He hands you the armor.
And I will try my best to don it quickly, and then...
Leather armor doesn't take particularly long to get on, but it still takes a couple minutes.
Well, my previous set of leather armor. Would you be willing to... I don't know, I guess buy it from me.
He stops, kind of leans forward.
Still in decent condition. Not a lot of wear and tear.
He's not bad. What do we say? I give you 7 gold pieces for it.
Done?
He slides 7 golden lamps over to you. Or golden lanterns, however you want to consider it. And what were you needing?
I was wondering if you had anything or any way of maybe putting a suppression on my armor when I move around, and I'm trying not to be heard.
This I could do. It would take a little time.
How much is a little time?
Battlemaster, what would you say to that?
Just to be clear, you want to get rid of the stealth disadvantage?
Yes.
You don't want to clink, clink, clank?
No, I don't want to clank, clank, clank.
What about clank, clank, clank?
I don't want to clank.
a paladin then, dickhead.
Well, he can get half plate.
True.
He is half-blood.
I am half plate.
You know, I forgot I can fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I totally forgot I can read people's lips.
I would say again,
I would just be like, I know what you're saying.
roughly a day again, because it's custom armor for you.
Yeah.
So you would have to get all the measurements right to modify it and everything. Price is up to you, however you want to do that.
Let's see.
We can always try to find somewhere in the next city if you want.
Is it? I would say a job like this. How quickly would you need it?
We're getting ready to leave in about 20 minutes or so, but
I am
you-
good. I am not this good.
if you have something different, another chess piece or
I do not have anything ready-made like this. I could make one and either have it shipped to you or perhaps have you come pick it up at a later date.
I can pick it up at a later date.
Well, to have a piece of half-plate made for you, be about 750 gold for the half-plate, say 200 for the work. About 950 gold pieces, I think.
All right. Let's put a cap on that for the moment. And
Half-plate's expensive, man.
and I'll come back and see you. I'll come back and see you when the time is right.
I will be here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, half-plate alone is 750.
Yeah.
Yeah.
750? God damn.
That bumped my AC.
God
We had
exactly what I needed.
What do you have? 17? 15?
I had 14. Now I have 15. I'll take it.
Yay! Zeke, are you done here?
Definitely. I'm ready to roll.
And let us go. Leoman, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Leopold, thank you.
Leopold.
Much appreciated, my feline friend. Shall we off?
We should.
Take care.
Same to you. Appreciate your work. And I am just going to haul ass out the door again. I am ready to rock and roll.
I just let out a sigh.
You have like 300 gold. You're trying to buy half plate and get it customized.
Make sure the dogs be getting our boat ready, and I'm just gonna haul ass to the docks.
All right. And as you do, there are several large vessels actually that are being loaded up with different supplies and spices and food and things like that that are preparing for the journey, as well as many that are being brought in, bringing in different fabrics and silks and grains and just things of that nature.
I'm gonna be running almost like Aladdin through the city, so I'm like jumping over stuff and like haul like a parkour sprint.
Just make a general acrobatics check for me with advantage.
All right.
Oh, so you Ezio now.
No, I'm not gonna be like going up buildings and all that. No, I just
Parkour,
wanna be
parkour!
like Aladdin. So close.
Arabian
Nights. Actually, this would probably be one jump ahead of the bread line.
Oh yeah, I love that song, dude.
Not that we're sponsored by Disney or allowed to sing it, but it is a good song.
Acrobatics.
Tell you about when I have the time.
You said acrobatics, right?
Yes, yes.
One step ahead of the law man.
18.
You managed to actually fairly smoothly. You slide over and under a couple tables and just over. You'll kind of like back rolling over it as you do. Just manage to sprint your way through. And as you do, you actually stop for a moment, taken aback, and you see a set of 5 very majestic-looking horses are being led down off of one trough, or one boat in particular. And you actually stop, and they're beautiful animals. You can actually see these look way different from even horses that you've seen. They have a calmness and a behavior and acceptance to them.
Gotcha. Also, just a side note, while I was running, I would be like doing little shouts and like just having fun and just enjoying the morning air.
Just as you slide over a fruit stand, knock over a barrel. Sorry!
Exactly, I kind of just, I'd be very jovial as I ran. But when I see those horses, yeah, I'd actually go up to the person who's walking with them.
And it is a fairly older man, probably in his early 60s, 70s at this point. You can kind of see his hair is definitely white, but he's still got a fair bit of it. And he kind of, hello, young man.
Where'd you get these beautiful beasts from? Quite majestic.
These were commissioned from Larfell, Whitehaven specifically.
That's actually where we're heading. Me and a group of my friends are heading there for an order of horses ourselves.
It's a beautiful country. And their steeds are everything they claim to be. I've done quite a bit of livestock transport, and these have been the best I've ever had.
That's wonderful. I guess we got a lot to look forward to then, because we gotta be transporting our own here soon.
You'll never have a better companion.
Well, they're definitely some majestic creatures. Appreciate you talking to me for a minute.
My pleasure.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on, go to the boat.
You head over to where the mermaid's hand is. What would you two like to be doing?
I'm going to the boat, just not at his pace. As he took off sprinting
already.
down
You and
the
Land are
street.
kind of just
Yeah.
old mom and dad about 50 paces back going.
As a matter of fact, is there a coffee vendor on the street?
Are you looking for ye old Starbucks?
I'm looking for ye old Starbuckaroos, yes.
There are not coffee vendors. There are coffee shops that are able to.
I will stop at a
feed
coffee shop then.
All right. You and Land stop and get coffee. Kazuya,
I'm already at the boat. I'm in a foul mood.
just solemnly.
So I guess I arrive on the boat, and then you're already sitting there, just
You see Kazuya just
on the boat, just being a spoiled brat.
Just blatantly pissed off.
just intently frowning.
All right, they're my dark friend.
Peachy.
Seems normal. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the boat prepared for undocking and setting sail.
When he's happy, that's when you should be worried.
That's what I was thinking. That's all. As long as he's pissy and moody, we're good.
And as you guys begin to set sail, Land
to worry
begins to
about.
kneel down and open a couple new books to do some studies. And I think that's where we'll go ahead and call it for the week, guys. It's 6 o'clock. Woo!
So we gotta remember when we come back to this, you're getting coffee and we're all at the boat.
Yep.
Mark that down. Mark that down.
I will.
Write it down! Write it down!
It's
But,
important.
thank you guys, and thank all of you guys at home for watching. And we will see you guys next week.
Hell yeah.
How do you?